Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, and worship to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Likewise, the elders in which has laid the foundation for them, starting from Prophet Abba Bivens. Of course, greetings and salutations to you, Akim, that are pushing the word in truth and sincerity, which are the 144K that do not delay. This is your brother Yaikwab out of Great Millstone, Atlanta Church, of quick lesson of a prophecy, updated prophecy, lesson concerning the coronavirus. And here we have an article from thehill.com entitled, San Francisco declares state of emergency over coronavirus. All right. So this right here, obviously, is in America. San Francisco is in the United States of America. All right. But we have to keep in mind, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and just grab the scripture concerning that. This is, give me 1 second. All right. This is the book of 2 Corinthians. All right. Let's start it off with that one. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. And the reason it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. And Satan, the word Satan goes into a term basically meaning adversary or enemy. All right. And we're not ignorant of his devices, which is his legislation, his meticulous laws that he has created in order to push his agenda. All right. And as you see here, the law that was established, or the move that he's just made in San Francisco, was to declare a state of emergency. All right. And if you saw the image of the mayor, Mayor Breed, I believe her name is a black woman. And so obviously Esau, he's utilizing the face of a black woman to push his agenda. All right. So I'm going to read some of this article. It says, San Francisco Mayor London Breed, and she's not making these calls. She's getting these calls from higher up. All right. Why is it San Francisco that's being put on a state of emergency and no other place in the United States of America as of now, while San Francisco has no known causes of the disease? All right. Or no known cases, of the quote-unquote coronavirus. And there's a lot of speculations on that, too. And I'd like to reiterate 2 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, 11th verse. Not ignorant of Satan's devices, because this has been some information, some data points coming out showing that this largely could have to do with the 5G network system, which is a military grade frequency, a wicked, degenerate, unfruitful, deadly frequency that these heathens have set up. Okay, and it's been some evidence that's come forth showing that the 5G towers are in these frequencies. They're shooting from the from the towers and from the different devices that implement this has been causing health problems and actually causes shortness of oxygen, which has a lot of the consistent side effects that we've been seeing with the coronavirus, specifically in China. All right. But, that's another lesson for another time, more so to get into that. I'm going to stay on the task at hand dealing with the coronavirus in America. All right. So it says San Francisco Mayor London Breed declared a state of emergency for the city on Tuesday amid concerns over the international coronavirus outbreak. Right. It says, while no cases have been confirmed in San Francisco, the global picture is changing rapidly, and we need to step up preparedness, Breed said in a statement. Now, let me see here. I want to go down to another statement that she made in the direct quotes. Right here. It says, "It is not a question of if this will happen, but when this will happen, and how many people in this country will have severe illness." Right. So they're fear-mongering. All right. They're fear-mongering. They're playing on the people's mental capacity and the people's, essentially their fear. All right. Okay. And it's subtle programming, basically what they're doing, and getting people, I guess to say for lack of a better term, comfortable with the society, the transition of the social structure that they're trying to implement. Quarantines. Of course, you're having checkpoints. All right. People being transferred to certain facilities because of the quote unquote virus or any other thing that they want to proclaim people have or don't have. All right. Cough, cough, chip, because that's the ultimate thing. That's the ultimate objective that Esau Edom wants to emphasize and implement, the RFID microchip. All right, which is the mark of the beast, according to the book of Revelations, the 13th and the 14th chapter. All right, that's the end all be all, the implementation of the microchip, which will make whoever receives it a complete slave under the international bankers and completely liable for the missiles and the destruction of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Your sins will not be forgiven you if you receive that mark. All right. If you receive that mark, you will not be delivered from the plagues, from the enemy. All right. That's why it's imperative that we, gather our thoughts, our spirit together now and prepare for the hour of temptation. All right, which is when we're going to be tried in the times of famine, in the time of pestilence, which we are fastly approaching in the United States of America, in the time of the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. All right, so let's get some more scriptures. This is the book of. All right, this is the book of Habakkuk. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. And that vision is going into prophecy. All right, the prophecy is for an appointed time. All right, and the prophecies are speaking of what? And we're going to get into it more so with the scriptures, but the quarantine, cutting people off, checkpoints, people, sedition among man, famine, the pestilence, which in the plagues, which is going into the coronavirus, which are diseases and whatnot. These things on the great grand scale have been prophesied to be enacted at an appointed time, and we have finally come into those times. And when it says, and Shlakia, it says, but at the end it shall speak, and it's speaking is talking about it being manifested, actually happening and taking place on the planet Earth. All right. So it says, at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Right. So it seems as if these things have been tarrying, being prolonged. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Meaning it's going to hit you in the hour that you are not aware, in the hour that you do not have your garments justly fit upon you. All right, meaning you not being focused, not disciplined, not keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, just taking heed to the cares and the lust of this world, man, and not being spiritually minded. That's why it's important for us to gird up our loins, gentlemen. Likewise, ladies, likewise, sisters. All right, prepare yourself for what's about to take place on the planet Earth, because when they come, when these things are fully implemented, when the quarantines, RFID chip, the famine, when it's here, it's here. There's no turning back. So whatever mental state that you were in at that time is what you're gonna have to rock with. Whatever knowledge or wisdom that you have acquired at that time period is what you're gonna have in your possession. All right. Okay. Whatever faith that you've built up, is what you are going to have. All right. Right now is the grace period. Right now we have liberty to gather ourselves together and prepare ourselves for what's to come. All right. So we must utilize our time and our opportunity wisely and gracefully at that. All right. So it says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right. All right. So I'm going to go to 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. And that's dealing with those quarantines. All right. In China, people can't go where they want to go. I hope you know that. I hope you understand that they have 700 million people quarantined. That's more than twice as many people in America. That's almost 3 times as many people that are in America right now. Can you imagine that? Do you understand what quarantine is? It means you're cut off. You can't go in and you can't go out without going through government approval. Okay? And when that time comes, the system that we have implemented, or America has implemented now, is not going to be so calmly to you in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of martial law. These people are going to do to you as they please. And if you're not going along with their program, if you didn't take their RFID chip, then guess what? You're going to have to pay a penalty, all right, by the devil, which is this so-called white man, all right? All right? So it reads, it says, verse 18, for because of their pride, because of their pride. Now we know Moab is very proud. Likewise, the people in Babylon the Great, which is America, these people are very proud and pompous. A lot of vain fellows walking the streets, proud based upon a type of car that they're driving. These women proud based upon what type of weave they got in their head. Can you believe it? Crazy, but it's true. People proud about Federal Reserves, proud about who they having sex with, how many likes they have on Instagram and Facebook. These are a lot of vain, degenerate people that we're dealing with. Very proud, man. Scripture says pride coming before destruction. You've met your man. You've come to that apex, and now it's time to fall. A terrible fall for all you niggas and you Edomites and all you heathens that dwell in America carelessly and very proud and pompous. You shall be brought down to the dust, to the dirt, O virgin daughter, but you haven't been touched yet. But it's time for the taking. Yahweh Shem Yahushua and his angels are coming. All right. The plagues are just the beginning of sorrow. Famine, that's just the beginning of sorrow. The diseases, that's just the beginning of sorrow. Rumors of wars, beginning of sorrow. It should be a worse. There should never be a time that's worse than the present time that we're about to be encapsulated in, than ever before or after. All right. So verse 18 says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Why? Because it's going to be famine. People not going to have any food to eat. People not going to have a lot of the necessary utensils to get by. So it says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. So a lot of you people, especially you people living in these apartments and condos, oh my goodness, in these downtown areas, you are really in for a rude awakening, man. For the pride, though. It's because of your pride, So Yahshua, he's about to level you out. He's about to shut this whole program down. Everything. When the social media is cut off. When the VH1 and the BET and Tyler Perry and all that garbage. When all that shit off. When you're made bare and who you actually are, not who you've been trying to portray yourself as. Who you actually are is all you have in your possession. I was talking to a young lady earlier today that worked at a nursing home. She said, they were working on pipes the other day, and a pipe in the bursting, where the whole nursing home had elderly people there didn't have running water for 3 days. Saying they couldn't flush the toilet. They could barely bathe the people. They had to go get jugs of water to bathe the people, bathing the people in the bed. She said the stench was unbearable. That's coming to your house. Look at a house of city near you. That's coming to your city. All right, and you people have not prepared your minds and your spirit for what's to come, and because of that, you're going to pay an ultimate price. Call the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua for granting us this wisdom and opportunity. And I'm speaking to those men and women who have been laboring and doing their part, their reasonable service. You other guys, you other vain fellows are going to go down the drain, man. It's a wrap for you, man. So you better get your last likes on Facebook and your last, Fortnite game or whatever other vain, inadequate, empty, void activity you like to participate in and have pride in. Your last basketball game, your last time going out to the club. Because this is about this whole show, the curtain's about to close on you niggas, man. All right? So live it up. Enjoy it. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. He's going to take your goods, your food. You got some food, any type of food. Oh, go check out the book of Josephus if you don't believe me. And how the Israelites that were still left in Judea, how they were acting like brute savages because of the siege of the Romans. And people were running out of food. And I hope you understand it was 600,000 of them that didn't die by the sword, but died by famine. Carcasses and bodies laying everywhere. People being, their doors getting kicked in and, people stealing their food, putting them to death. That's coming to America. That's coming to America. Do you understand the unsanitation and how all these people are stacked on top of each other, and when the bodies start dropping, a lot of bodies disease-ridden, and you thought it was a game. That's crazy. It says, because of the lack of bread, because you people not going to be able to eat. Victuals, matter of fact, I'm about to grab that. Oh, not spelled like that. Let's see. It's like, yeah, there we go. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap. And victuals basically mean like your essentials, like your condiments of like food. All right, so being able to go to the grocery store, get you some food, go to the store, get you something to eat. These restaurants, that's victuals. All right, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth. Right now, getting some gasoline for your car, some oil, some soaps, all right, tissues. All these things are cheap for people right now, especially in America, It says, and because of that, it's put pride and comfortability on these people. It says that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Right, gas prices down low. All right, it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. But at the end it shall speak, and it will not lie, man. Verse 22, it says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right. So a lot of you people, man, because you haven't prepared yourself physically, spiritually, mentally for the times to come, and you've taken this liberty to indulge in vain activities that profit nothing, you're going to die of famine, man. And the Lord is not a respecter of persons, man. You're going to literally starve to death. You and your children and your friends and all your vain fellows are going to starve to death, man. All right, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It says, and those who escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right, so these martial law troops are going to be putting you to death. These American Blackwater troops, these international troops that's going to start roaming these streets. These niggas walking around here, these crackers, these different groups of these Edomite militia groups, these different, thug ass niggas walking around here. All right, they're going to be putting you to death, man. All right, they're going to be putting you to death. All right. And this is that's a condemnation to these wicked, people out here. For the elect, it's a constant reminder for us, but it's an exhortation for us to stay on the right path and encouragement that we almost at the end of this thing. We've been doing this work. We've been laboring. We've kept the faith. We've been humble. Some brothers more than others, of course, but in the time that we've been granted, we've been fulfilling our job and our duty. So we shouldn't be afraid of these things. We should be comfortable. I'm not going to say comfortable. That's the wrong terminology. We should be confident, in the hours to come. All right, that the Lord is going to fight for us. The Lord is going to give us those spiritual powers. The Lord is going to feed us. Does the scripture not say in the book of Isaiah? Matter of fact, let's grab it. Let's grab it. It's Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. All right, so that's going for you 2/3 wicked niggas. All right. And it's going for you you Edomites, you East Indians, you Arabs, all you heathens, man, that, had a part in the demise and the consistent, oppression of the Israelites, the Lord's chosen people, man. All right. You are not going to be delivered in these times. All right. So if you're an Israelite, you should be taking heed to these words and doing what's necessary to secure your salvation. All right. If not, man, you're just going to be destroyed. And it is what it is. All right. Because since you didn't care enough about the Lord to do what he said in this opportunity, then the Lord's not going to care about you. That's the book of Proverbs, 1st chapter, 22nd verse. All right. So, yeah, basically, that's really all I want to put forth from this article as of now. But matter of fact, I think, let me go back to Habakkuk real quick. I think I wanted to get another verse out of that Habakkuk. Yeah, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Meaning those people who proud, who think they know everything, who think they got this thing down pat. It said his soul is not upright in him. He ain't right. He's a cricket fellow, man. He don't see, think, or walk right. He has poor spiritual discernment, poor discipline, and the Lord's gonna deal with him for it. It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Right. So those who doing the will of the Heavenly Father, Those who are exercising discipline, charity, love, not going through the motions, but actually doing this thing in the spirit of love and meekness. Right? It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Right? So we're going to walk by and be delivered by our faith, according to the predestination, man. Faith in who? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not faith in ourselves, in Egyptology or Islam or Christianity, but faith in the Bible and the word, the truth, and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That Yahushua is the Son of God, and he is going to deliver his people. All right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was exhortation, edification to you sincere laborers. We're giving all praise unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Shem Kakadai. Shalom, keep the faith.